Good morning. So this reading is for Thursday, January 16th. How are we halfway through January? So I'm just pulling a little bit about our past here. Current energy. And one more on future energy. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody who, very cold person, but this is really coming across as emotionally detached. The Queen of Swords, very intellectual, very intelligent, but very cerebral. So not thinking about things from an emotional perspective, really just from a mental perspective. And so there's something about this Queen of Swords energy where you have to make some really hard, firm decisions right now that require you to really take that step back. Don't hold on to something for sentimental value. It is about letting something go, even if it does have some sort of emotional attachment. That's the energy that I'm picking up from this Queen of Swords. When I look at the past here and get the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, and the Tower. So the Ten of Wands does indicate a closed cycle, but this is one where you carried around a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities. This, even though it's Wands energy and it's fire, it feels like it's very much connected to the Capricorn energy where you just did a lot of work. You put a lot of effort and energy into a situation, and something had to happen here with that Tower that required you to make some sort of change. You couldn't keep living in that energy. You couldn't keep up that pace. It just wasn't going to work for you. And so the Emperor and the Tower showed up to get you onto your next chapter, doing something different, get you out of that situation. Really, that was what it was all about. That Tower was meant to end that Ten of Wands situation, remove it from your life. And the Emperor here is about you fighting for this new path, this new journey. I'm getting a strong sense that this is something that you really wanted and you were going after it. You just weren't sure how to go about it. And so the universe intervened to show you what you needed to do. In the current energy, I'm getting Ten of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So with the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups, I'm going to talk about these two here for a second. This feels like you're fighting for a new beginning. That if somebody or something from your past tries to pull you back in and it doesn't feel like it's the right fit for you, you're not going to allow it. You're going to resist that at every chance that you can get. You're really focused on your future, your Ace of Cups, this new beginning that is connected to and will lead to long-term emotional fulfillment. This is what your ultimate goal is. So why settle for less than that? That's kind of where you are right now. And so it's a really good place. You're really fighting for your future here, but fighting it seems like a strong word. You're just not letting yourself be tricked into or manipulated or convinced in any way that the past is where you belong. You're just not doing that. When I look at the future energy here, I'm getting the Hanged Man, Judgment, and the Three of Wands. So the Hanged Man can be about delays. It's delays so you can see things from a different perspective. That's really the ultimate goal here, is to be able to see the big picture, understand where you need to go. Three of Wands, when I put this down, I was getting the phrase, trust the process. So there's something about trusting the process, allow things to unfold, allow yourself to see things from a different perspective, that higher level perspective of a situation. Think about taking your existing circumstances, flip them upside down. Now fast forward them 6 months. What does it look like? That's the different perspective you need to see, and you need to be patient enough to let the time unfold. And in the middle of it is Judgment. This is you making a very clear decision to embrace this, not rush anything, not try to force something to happen earlier than its divine timing. It's about leaning into, okay, well, this is the process. This is what I need to do, and this is how it's all going to unfold, and I just know I need to trust that things are going to play out the way they're supposed to, and I need to be happy with that. because even that last phrase doesn't feel correct, need to be happy with it. It's more of you need to accept, or you're finding ways to accept that you're not going to get immediate gratification when you're looking for long-term fulfillment. There's something about that. Let's get some additional detail here. And the Tower. So with the Ten of Wands, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles. You're leaving behind, and you did. This is all showing up in the past energy. You left behind all of those burdens, the responsibilities, maybe carrying more than your fair share. It was all something that happened in the past, not something that's part of your future. And so when I see the Emperor with the Knight of Swords, that when that Tower moment happened in the past and it shook you free of those limitations and restrictions, all those additional responsibilities, whatever was weighing on you, allowed you to take some sort of immediate action. And in a way, it propelled you so far forward that the past really wasn't even tempting anymore. There was nothing about it. It wasn't this slow, drawn out process. It was like a sudden awareness of, okay, well, I'm just going to fully embrace this. And that meant taking a really strong leap of faith, because I'm getting a sense of it really kind of catapulted you forward enough that the past was just not tempting. And that phrase feels very strong, where it just wasn't tempting anymore. And with the Tower, I'm getting Justice. So that Tower was meant to balance things out for you. It wasn't meant to create some sort of chaos or, wreak some sort of havoc in your life. It really was about creating balance. Something here was out of alignment, and it was meant to put you back into alignment or put you on a path to getting that way. It feels like it did, though. It feels like it created, and I'm definitely getting a sense of an inner balance. It felt like it created some sort of inner balance where all of a sudden you felt like, oh, okay, like you can breathe a sigh of relief that you're not stuck in that energy anymore. So with the Ten of Cups, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune. Look how similar these cards are. They both look like wheels. So there's progress that's going to be made here for sure. That Wheel of Fortune is all about divine timing. And so I'm getting a sense of prosperity with this. There's definitely growth and abundance connected to it. It is Jupiter energy. Jupiter blesses everything it touches. And so it really does indicate that the emotional happiness that you're going after, that long-term emotional fulfillment, it's achievable. The universe wants you to have it. It wants you to succeed in your journey. And so what it's doing is it's giving you all the tools necessary to go down that path. That's where the Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands come into play. Knight of Wands indicates to me that you don't need a lot of motivation to fight for this, but you need some. And that's where the Knight of Wands is coming into play. It's going to give you this kind of, just do it. Just act impulsively if you need to. Whatever it is to get yourself out of a negative situation, whatever it is to change your circumstances here. So this feels like it's a small push from the universe as opposed to a Tower moment or something else. And with the Ace of Cups, I'm getting the Judgment card. So the Judgment card's out here twice. Ace of Cups, Judgment, you're making a very clear decision to go after exactly what you want. You see the potential here. You understand what's at stake and you want it. I mean, when given the chance, like the real chance to go after something that you want, you're not going to resist it. You want this. Clarifying the Hanged Man is the Hierophant. These are both spiritual cards. So the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective, but it's a higher level perspective. It is about flipping a situation on its head, seeing it from that other vantage point. When you kind of look up into the sky and you look down upon a situation, how does it look? The Hierophant is a very spiritual energy. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are very spiritual energies. I haven't seen so much of the High Priestess, but the Hierophant's been showing up in a lot of the readings. This is your connection to God. This is your connection to Source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, but this is your divine connection to everything else around you, because we are all connected. And it's about embracing that connection, but embracing it in a really healthy, spiritual way that is meant to evolve you as a person. That's what these two cards are representing. This is your evolution. This is your ascension into a more evolved you. With Judgment, I'm getting the Ace of Wands. I love this. Whatever actions you're taking here in the future, you've thought it through for sure. You're taking some sort of action. You are becoming your own catalyst. You are creating your own path forward. You're not going to accept the past. You're not going to accept anything less than what you think is going to be in your best interest. That's how this is coming across. Clarifying the Three of Wands here. We have the King of Swords with the Nine of Swords. I like this because we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of this deck. I have the King showing up here in the future energy, but with this Nine of Swords, the King is doing away with all the stress, all the anxiety, everything that you would have felt in the past. The more distance you put between you and the past, the easier it becomes to let go of how you felt in that time period and what the stress was connected to all those responsibilities, all those burdens, those restrictions, limitations, all of it. So I like how this is playing out because this is giving you the knowledge that you need and also that kind of emotional disconnect to really release something here, specifically the stress. I mean, we do see the Three of Wands showing up, so this is going to unfold over time, but it's here. It's showing up. You are putting the past behind you. So this is the reading for Thursday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.